Hello and welcome to the Tuesday Tell-All. This is the Driver Interviews with Bobby Fazio channel. At Driver Interviews is the handle. My name is Bobby Fazio, and it's Tuesday already. Tuesday, what is it? What's Tuesday today? June 11th. Tuesday, June 11th. How about that? We're already midway through June. Crazy. The year, the time, it just flies by. I don't understand it. But anyways, my birthday is June 29th. So it's like the year, everything culminates and it peaks on June 29th, 4th of July, and then July flies by, August flies by, and then it was always time to go back to school. But fortunately, I'm old now and I don't have to go back to school anymore. So I don't have that to worry about. I just go to work every day instead. Which is better? I don't know. When we were young, they said stay in school forever because it's more fun than work. I kind of like what I do, so it's not too bad. When I first got out of school, I hated what I did, and I really wanted to go back. But now I'm cool, I'm good. I get to do what I love. I get to race. I get to tutor kids in math. I get to burn my brain throughout the day, and I get to spend my evenings on Tuesdays with you guys. Walt Walker, let's go. Happy Tuesday. What's going on, Walt? Jimmy Carter's in the house. How you doing, Jimmy? Got to see Jimmy Carter at Maple Grove recently. Brad Smith. Brad, I hope you're ready for this weekend. Brad's got that awesome super stock Camaro, big block, bad boy, 427. He'll be at the Stick Shift Nationals. Tom Gent's in the house. Tom will probably be at GALOT this weekend for Division 2, right, Tom? And Tom, were you up in Michigan? Mid-Michigan Motorplex? Yeah, you just said tuning in from Michigan. How about that? What are you doing up there? Ray Thurston, hit the like button, Walt. Absolutely. Way to go. Way to remind him, Ray, because he might forget. We don't know. Tom Baker's in the house. How you doing, Tom? Tom and I just randomly text movie quotes to each other, throughout the day because we know that the other guy will get it. You got some friends like that you can just text a random movie quote to and they'll get it. Tim Stickles is one of them. A couple guys from college, just random. I haven't even talked to them in like 6 months and just boom, send one out to them and they send it right back. Darian Houston, what's going on? Michael Boris, what's going on, buddy? I saw that message. Dennis Chapman, how you doing, buddy? Michael Boris, what's up? Darian Houston Motorsports, what's going on? It's Tuesday. Safe travels all coming to the Stick Shift Nationals. He'll be there tomorrow night. All right, Darian, good luck this weekend. Ray, you're not my supervisor. Tom Maioli's checking in from the West Coast. Tom, hope to see you. Pomona in November. Maybe earlier, who knows? Would love to get out to another race out there besides Pomona, but I already been to Vegas. I want to do Sonoma. I want to get out to Sears Point. That track looks beautiful. Tom Gent, yes, we were doing some improvements to the car in Michigan. Won't be back in time for GALOT. All right. I got you. Hello from the Milk Money Racing Shop. Mike Sheehan, how you doing, Mike? Sorry, I'm banging this thing. I got like jitters. It's actually what it is it's a cross. You know where I got this? From Racers for Christ. On Sundays at Division 1 events and probably at all events throughout the country, you can go to a little service in the morning. And Racers for Christ, I made a little donation, and they had these crosses. And the gentleman that was given, the homily, the sermon, said he carries one in his pocket all day when things get a little tough. He just remembers that he's got that in his pocket. So I put it in my pocket all day, and I raced with it on Sunday at Maple Grove. This, and I have another little thing that I always race with that my wife gave me a few years ago. It just says, it's a little card that says kick butt today. So I race with this in my pocket and the kick butt today in my pocket. And, I got down to the semifinal, so I will continue to do so. Hopefully, it keeps bringing me good fortune. It keeps me safe out there. That's most important. All right, guys. Driverinterviews.com is the website. Subscribe to the YouTube channel if you could. Hit the like, hit the share, hit all those buttons, the alert button, so you know when I'm coming on here. It's 8:30 Eastern time now, as opposed to 9 o'clock. Actually, we used to have more people tuning in at 9 o'clock. Maybe I should go back to the 9 o'clock time. It's 8:30 time. It's hurting attendance a little bit, but maybe more people will catch on. Maybe it's just in no man's land as far as the time goes. Maybe the people from the West Coast can't fully get in, and the people from the East Coast are just forgetting about it. I don't know. But anyways, hashtag the car show for all of your pictures, videos, what have you. Okay. Lupe Tortilla, TexMex.com. Get yourself a nice margarita if you're in Houston, San Antonio, Austin, or Dallas. They are my main sponsor for the Tuesday Tell-All and for the Driver Interviews channel, and we really appreciate what they do for us. Stan and Sheila Holt, they help me get to some of the events throughout the year, and I really appreciate that, as with draginsights.com. Did you guys see the May National Dragster in the latest edition there. I think the May is the latest edition. I don't know if another one's come out yet. But there was a, what's it called? The racing technology section. It was more toward the back of the dragster, and it was a couple pages long, written by Evan Smith. And it had Drag Insights in there and a picture of Alicia, who's the creator of Drag Insights. If you want to see what she looks like and get to know her a little better, read that article. And that was pretty cool. Thanks a lot, Evan Smith, for doing that. Draginsights.com. Thank you for supporting my show. And I do help Drag Insights a little bit. I try to do some of the math behind the scenes to get them some averages that they're looking for and whatnot. But people think it is my program. It's not my program. I mean, I wish it was. But no, it's Alicia's program. I just kind of help when I can. Don Kennedy Race Car Insurance, 602-284-6240. Insure your race cars, ladies and gentlemen. And hit up Don Kennedy through email at ondonkennedy@gmail.com. He can get you set up with policies for your race cars. And, can't afford not to is what I say. It's dangerous out there. It's expensive out there. Don't try to rebuild your race car if it gets in an accident. It will cost you 3 times as much as it did in 2019. I'm just gonna assume that is absolutely true right now, and I wouldn't do it. I wouldn't chance it. Don Kennedy's policies are written through Haggerty, which is a very good insurance company. Fuel Factor X, you can increase your fuel mileage in a gas or diesel. I do it in the motorhome. And Doug Deck, who is a loyal listener on here, gave us his results using Fuel Factor X, and that is mind-blowing. He was getting about 4 miles per gallon better gas mileage on his way to and from Norwalk Divisional a couple weeks back, I think it was. Or it was Division... No, I'm sorry. It was Earlville, Iowa. That's what it was. So check it out. There was a Father's Day sale going on, 25% off. Link is in the show notes. Kenwood Welding and Metallizing, that's Tom Baker. He's in the house right now. How you doing, Tom? Thanks for joining us. Thanks for all you do. Thanks for being an OG supporter of driver interviews. Tom Baker, Don Kennedy, and Tim Stickles, the original 3 OGs. Double O Green Hand Cleaner. That's Ambi Ampersand Soap. You can get this on Amazon now, by the way. They're a contingency sponsor, and this stuff works pretty good. You can see the logo there in the corner. Check it out. Double O Green Hand Cleaner is a wonderful product. I use it in the garage, in the motorhome, at the races, as well as hand soaps for your house, too. They got it all. So check it out. PontiacEngines.com. That's Bruce Fulper, Mr. 428 there. How you doing, Bruce? Hope you're doing well. Thanks for joining us. We appreciate it. Thanks for sponsoring the show. All right, we got comments flying in. Amen. We need all the help from above we can get. You got it, man. You got it. Get one of these from Racers for Christ. I also run the decal in the car. I need to get some of the newer decals. All I have is like the real old decals. I don't even think they're in style anymore. I think they have newer designs. So I need to talk to them next race. Scott Cott, how you doing? From the Motor City, right? Mark Sargenti, what's going on? How you doing, Mark? Good to see you. I hope to drive that silver Mustang pretty soon. Some of us are ready for bed. Come on, it's only 8:30. Stick with it. Stay up. You can do it. Don Kennedy, how you doing, Don? Thanks for supporting the show. And good to see you, buddy. Did you race at Bowling Green recently? Let me know. Michael Boris, did you see 2 Titans in the sport run the final? I absolutely did. Ben Wenzel and Paul Mercure. That was pretty awesome. M. Bobby Warren's birthday. Happy 90th birthday. You got that right. All right, I got to get to the comments are giving away part of my show. The Drag Insights birthdays is what's up first. And Bobby Warren's 90th birthday, June 10th. Happy birthday, Bobby Warren, 90. Legend. Racer, engine builder out of Division 2, Clinton, North Carolina. We've also got Bunk Miller, June 7th. He's a Division 1 Superstock racer, Mopar guy. Carl Seaweck and Jim Wall. Carl Seaweck's a Division 1 stock Eliminator racer. Jim Wall, I believe, Division 2. Correct me if I'm wrong, but their birthdays were June 8th. Happy birthday, Carl Seaweck and Jim Wall. Vincent Forcade, June 9th. Happy birthday, Vincent. And then, like I said, Bobby Warren was June 10th, turning 90. Happy birthday, Bobby Warren. That's from the Drag Insights homepage right there. Sign up for Drag Insights if you haven't. I mean, it's free. All you need is an email address. I don't know what you're waiting for. Get in there. All right, we're going to switch over to some bad news. Lynn Engels. Man, this guy is a Corvette legend. Them C2 Corvettes, Lynn and Doug Engels, out of Division 5, only 67 years old. Rest in peace to Doug Engels. Yeah, he's had some really nice cars. I heard he was a very nice gentleman. I don't think I've ever met him in person. I may have. I've met Doug Engels plenty of times. So maybe I met Lynn Engels at the Class Racer Revival back in 2021, and I just can't remember. But sad news for sure. 67 years old. Come on. What happened? It's not supposed to happen at the age of 67. This is BS, man. But rest in peace, Lynn Engels. And I'm really sorry for your loss, Doug Engels. Doug wrote a pretty heartfelt post there on Class Racer Forum. And I mean, it's what you would expect. A post about his brother, his big brother. They went to the races together all the time. They worked on their stuff all the time. They were brothers. They had arguments. He said it was just, but it sounds like they had a great relationship and they got to spend a lot of time together and they got to race together. They raced Comp Eliminator also. So, I mean, Doug Engels races super stock and comp, and Lynn did the same. So rest in peace, Lynn Engels. Sorry to hear your loss, man. Unbelievable. Louis Gill, what's going on, Louis Gill? How you doing? From up in Canada. Louis Gill driving a Cobra Jet nowadays. Where'd that come from, Lou? All right, guys. June 6th, that was D-Day. June 6th, 1944. Storming the beaches at Normandy. You guys all know the story, right? It was the 80-year anniversary. I hope you enjoyed some of the pictures that I posted. I was there in 2017. Didn't get to spend a lot of time there. I would like to do that all over again and get a tour. I was only there for about 3 hours and had to take pictures and hurry out of there because I had to get back to Paris and return a rental car and get on an airplane. But hopefully I can do that again. But man, can you believe that? What a different time. And don't forget, Darcy Clark reminded me of this. And I think Allison Bell, his father, was on Juno Beach. So the Canadians were on Juno Beach. The Americans, I believe, were Omaha Beach and a couple other beaches. But I was at Omaha Beach. I wasn't at Juno Beach. But just, God, what them guys had to go through. Oof. And if you were lucky enough to survive it, I mean, how do you deal with that for the rest of your life? Like nightmares every night? I mean, I just don't know how you can get past something like that if you were lucky enough to survive it. But I was there, and there's still the German, like some of their artillery is still there. It's just like pretty amazing to be there and see it, because the only thing I know about it is what I've seen on Saving Private Ryan, and it's pretty crazy. So anyways, just reminding you all, June 6th, 1944, June 6th, 2024 was the 80th anniversary. All right. We got the Clemens Concrete Stick Shift Nationals coming up. 10,000 to win, 0 entry fee. Amazing, right? No entry fee and 10 grand to win. That's June 14th and 15th. That's this weekend. Farmington Dragway. I will be there filming, doing interviews, and trying to get as much content as I can. In the future, we've got the D1 Napierville National Open. That's a triple 5K race. That's July 18th to the 21st. Napierville Dragway up in Canada. Brought to you by the Sean and Kevin Gaffney, the Gaff Tech company. 3 $5,000 races and 2 grade points. Okay, so be sure to check that out. July 18th to the 21st. We got Ken Mealy and Tim Fletcher putting on the New Media, the Class Racer Nationals. That's at New Media Dragway in Pennsylvania. That is July 24th. That's on a Wednesday. And then the rest of that week is a divisional and a national open. That's Division 1, New Media Dragway up in Pennsylvania, up in the hills. Beautiful track. Did anybody gamble on the NHRA racing this past weekend at Bristol? I'd like to know how that went down. If we are allowed to gamble, I didn't try. I haven't logged into that system yet, but it's called Play NHRA. So let me know. And I don't even know who won in the pros. I just followed the Sportsman on Saturday, and I never checked back on Sunday. I'm assuming they got that race completed on Sunday in record timing. I don't know. But let's get to those results. We'll get there in a minute. What else? The records in the National Dragster. I'm getting the stock and super stock records in there, courtesy of Drag Insights and crowdfunders that contributed some money, because it's $750 per issue. We're going to do a July issue and a December issue. I got in touch with NHRA over the past week just to remind them that, hey, remember, you guys are doing this. Don't forget. And, I went through the records in stock and super stock and the minimums. I touched it up. The website was pretty piss poor, if you ask me. You didn't even know a lot of the cars that the people were driving. It would just say the record and the date and where it was set and the driver's name and where they came from, but you didn't know, what kind of car it was. So I went through, I researched what kind of car each racer was driving, and I put that in. So hopefully they include all of that, and that should be out in the July issue. Okay. Looking forward to it. Thanks, Drag Insights, for putting up $750 for that. And thanks to the crowdfunders who put up the rest of the money. Everybody that crowdfunded put up either $50 or $100. So that was pretty cool. All right, let's get to some results. Let me get some water and we'll get going. You got that right. They sure were. Greatest generation. All right. Bristol. We were at the Thunder Valley Nationals. I've never been to this track. It looks really nice on TV. There was a severe bump, though, it looked like, at 8th Mile in the left lane. I was watching all these cars going down the track on NHRA TV, and it was like, boom, boom. And then I did watch all day on Friday, and the pros were talking about how bumpy that track is. They just kept saying the track has character. That's what everybody was saying. This track has character, and that's all they were really saying about it. But it was pretty amazing. There were 47 cars in stock eliminator. And they completed the event, stock and super stock, all day Saturday, all to completion because they were afraid of the rain coming on Sunday. So, number one qualifier, stock eliminator, Jim Marshall. How about him? 1977 Nova. He was running H stock automatic, was 113 under the index, 1102 on a 1215. Yeah, that thing can fly. And that's at Bristol, which is borderline like a corrected track. I guess it just misses the parameters needed for it to be an altitude corrected track, but Jim Marshall's going 113 under there. So that tells you how fast he can go with that combination. And then in stock eliminator, we had Monty Bogan, who is in D stock automatic in a 67 Camaro, going up against Jimmy Hidalgo Jr., who's in E stock automatic in a 2004 GTO. Monty dials a 1094 and is 040 on the tree. This is nighttime, Saturday night. Jimmy Hidalgo dials 1108, and he's 035 on the tree. And let's see, Jimmy runs an 11094 on an 1108, so he's safe by 14 thou. Monty Bogan runs 1092.9 on a 1094. He's out. He's too quick by 11 thousandths of a second, breaking out, giving the win to Jimmy Hidalgo Jr. I think that's his, 9th, 10th, 11th, 15th national event win. He's got probably more trophies than he knows what to do with at this point. Congratulations, Jimmy Hidalgo Jr. That was a good final round there. How about Monty Bogan? Heads up first round. Now, Monty Bogan qualified with an 11 flat, right? 55 under the index in D stock automatic. Gets paired up round one, heads up against David Bears in a 1968 Olds 442, the Hearst Olds. It's a really cool looking car. And Dave was qualified pretty high. So I don't know if he thought he kind of had Monty Bogan, it was in the bag or what. But Monty Bogan turned that thing up. And not only that, he was 002 on the tree in that first round heads up. And he ran a 1076 on that 11. D is an 1155 index. So he was 787 under the index. Gets the win. David Bears was a little late on the tree, and he could not catch Monty Bogan. So, wow, Monty Bogan can drive. And then Monty Bogan goes back to bracket mode and runs 1090s the rest of the event and makes it all the way to the final round. And he's a killer driver on the tree. It was 052 second round, but then 006, 030, 009, and then 040 in that final round. And then Jimmy Hidalgo is Jimmy's pretty much dead on every round that he races. But how about this? Jimmy had to race David Barton in the first round of stock. He's 029 on the tree, runs dead on with an 8 to get the win, comes back around in super stock and has to race David Barton again. And I think Jimmy was like 013 on the tree and Barton was 014, and Jimmy had problems with his super stock car, so Barton got the win there. But that's pretty crazy to race the same racer in first round in stock and then come around and race him in super stock as well, though. So that was pretty cool. So congratulations, Jimmy Hidalgo Jr. on your win there in stock eliminator at Bristol. August 3rd and 4th, September 7th and 8th at Cecil Canyon for the stock super stock combo races. 2 races, 1 tow, and a big ass pig roast, the annual Uncle Buck pig roast. I'm looking forward to being at that for my first time in history. Thank you, Rob Keister. All right, moving into Superstock at Bristol, national event, Thunder Valley Nationals. GTJ Automatic, Troy Huntsberry was your number one qualifier in Superstock, 96 under. That's a 1990 Camaro, 983.8 on a 1080 index. There were 42 cars in Superstock. Troy Huntsberry's got a very fast car there. I think he got that car from, what is that racer's name? I can't remember. Can't remember. It'll come to me, though. Anyways, in the Eliminator, Byron Warner, Division 1 hitter, squared off against Jeff Atkinson, Division 2 hitter, in the final round. Byron's a super stock I-Automatic 1994 Camaro. Jeff Atkinson is a 2015 Camaro. It's the race version of that because it's factory super stock F. Some racers choose to run the street version of the 2015 Camaro. But not Jeff Atkinson. He's running the Copo, I guess we'll say. And he's 051 on the tree, runs a 944.9 on a 945 index, breaking out by 1/1000th of a second. Byron Warner's 042 on the tree, runs 988.2 on a 987. He's safe by 12 thousandths of a second, only going 120 miles an hour down there. So I guess he dropped Jeff Atkinson and was safe on his dial and got the win. Congratulations, Byron Warner. It's nighttime racing. A lot of the hitters who are very good on the tree, you can tell that they're a little bit later at nighttime. Hidalgo was 35, Monty Bogan was 40, Warner was 42, and Atkinson was 51. So the nighttime is a whole different element. It adds a whole different layer of a challenge, we'll say, when you are racing in the stock and super stock categories. But congratulations, Byron Warner. He had the tough road on the way to the final. He had to get through Monty Bogan. He had to get through Brian Oakes, Jim Schachter, and Nick Morris, and Don Schufert on the way to the final. So he didn't get the easy route, that's for sure. I think he lost his beloved dog. He and his wife lost their dog. Dog got hit by a car, so he's pretty sad and upset. And hopefully this cheered him up a little bit. Sorry if you're lost there, Byron Warner. I hate losing a pet. Everybody knows how tough that is. But I don't know how many wins that is for Warner. It's probably a lot. He and his brother have won a lot. That's for sure. All right. Congratulations, Byron Warner. Pete Lanciers, greetings from Petco Park. Pete Lanciers, season ticket holder for the San Diego Padres. Weisinger, I can't remember what the guy's name is. God, I don't know why it's not coming to me. But that's close. It kind of sounds like that. All right. What else do we got? Oh, yeah, the Great Lakes Stock Super Stock Association. Now, who saw this? This is amazing. So there was a stick shift race. This is at Mid-Michigan Motorplex in Stanton, Michigan. They had a regular race, Great Lakes Stock Super Stock Association, and Randy Running got the win over Doug Wright. Fortunately, I think Doug Wright got timed out in the final. That's a tough way to lose a final round. Sorry to hear that, Doug Wright. Congratulations, Randy Running, on the win. But there was also this stick shift only race, I guess like a side race for $1,500 to win, and some prizes and fuel and whatever else they had, which was pretty cool. And Ben Wenzel, who's like 81 years old, in a 67 Z28 Camaro, squared off against Paul Mercure, who's like 82 years old, in a 67 big block Camaro A stick car. So it was, I think, a D stick going off against an A stick, I believe, are the two classes that they run. And Ben Wenzel got the win. So how cool is that? Man, that's good to see them guys out there racing. These guys are gems. These guys are treasures, man. And when they stop coming to the track, it's going to be a big loss for all of us, right? We got to keep these guys around as long as possible. I see it all the time in Division I. The beautiful cars and the guys that are driving them, they're kind of up in age. And it's just, where are we going to go from here? I don't know. That's why I'm trying to get NHRA to capitalize on this greatest car show on earth as like soon as possible. Don't let this boat pass you by, because once it's gone, it could be gone forever. So we got to keep these gems around. We got to keep them around, right? Wenzel's car, I'm sure there are people chomping at the bit to buy that car, and they're probably offering him crazy amounts of money for it. Same with the guy out in D7 that's got the original Cobra Jet. Geez, his name's escaping me right now. The white car, I did an interview on him. He's getting the 428 hit the last 2 years. Why can't I think of his name? Richie Pauly, right? That car, I know he's been offered well into the six figures for that car. So, I mean, these guys are gems. These cars are gems, and we got to keep them around as long as possible. Ben Wenzel, still my hero after all these years. Benny is C-stick, not D-stick. 67 Camaro, original Z28. Bought the car in 67, won the U.S. Nationals with it. And what a great investment, too. I mean, if you could do that all over again, you buy the latest and greatest car that the dealer's coming out with. If you can get your hands on one, if you can afford it. I mean, I know it was a challenge to probably afford that, but if you can pull out all the stops, maybe take a loan out on it because you know it's going to be underfactored. The dealer, the factory wants to see their car win in the big races. So they're underfactored. Get out there, race it. You can win the event. I know Ben Wenzel won over $5,000 winning the U.S. Nationals, and the car probably only cost him $4,000. So he got a free car out of it plus $1,000. And $5,000 in 1967 is worth about $50,000 in today's money. So that's how much money you got if you won a national event back then. How amazing is that, right? Two 80-year-olds going at it. It was awesome. Unbelievable. Wise Carver, we think, was the owner of the car that Troy Huntsberry is driving. I don't think that was who it is. Why can't I think of this guy's name? Oh my God. I can't stand that my brain doesn't work great at 8:30 at night. Maybe I need to start doing this show at 8:30 in the morning with my coffee in hand. Unbelievable. Prevagen. Richie Pauly, another American treasure. You got that right. And like Stubeck with his car. Oh my God. I love these old cars and these drivers. We need them to stay young. Fountain of Youth. We need Fountain of Youth. Hashtag Fountain of Youth for stock and super stock. First Camaro to win the national event. You got that right. Michael Boris, the 67 Camaro of Ben Wenzel. Ben and Dave Wenzel. Dave Wenzel was out there too. All right, what else we got? Father's Day this weekend on Sunday, June 16th. So don't forget your fathers. Hopefully you're out there racing with your fathers. We got plenty of racing going on this weekend. D5's got the Flying H drag strip double. This is the debut of the brand new racetrack facility right outside Kansas City, Missouri. Looking forward to seeing this track on NHRA TV. That place looks amazing. You get a double event there to break that track surface in. I don't know if they've been racing there yet or not, but D5 definitely needs some races because this is only their second and third race of the season. So I'm sure they're excited about it. D2 is at GALOT Motorsports Park, June 14th and 15th. And then I think they have a national open on Sunday, the 16th, Father's Day. D2 usually has an open on Sunday of their divisionals. So hopefully they have one. GALOT is an 8th mile track. So I've never been there. I've never raced there, but the wheelies will be there and they'll be plentiful. So make sure you can get there if you're in the area, support the track, be part of the crowd, right? And what else do we have going on? What else? I think that's pretty much it, right? And then in addition to the Clemens Concrete Stick Shift Nationals, where I'll be, that's Farmington Dragway. That's going to be 8th mile drag racing, stick shifts only. There were well over 100 cars at the event last year, and hopefully there's 100 plus cars at the event this year. I will be streaming the event from my YouTube channel, so be sure to check it out if you want to hear and see stick shift cars going down the track, racing for big money. And that sounds like it's going to be a fun event. It was last year. Hopefully it is again this year. Come say hello if you're going to be there. And then the Cecil County race, August 3rd and 4th, September 7th and 8th, as Rob Keister mentioned. They are brought to you by Hoops Fire Equipment, Shane Oaks Landscaping Company. We got Tom Baker's Metal, Kenwood Welding and Metallizing, Lee Zane, Bud McNasby Racing, Drag Racing School, 101, I think it's called. Drag Insights is a sponsor. AAD Construction Corporation. So it's $2,500 to win, $100 entry fee, and a nice points bonus after the 4 races. $2,500 for first place, $1,000 for second place, and $500 for third place. So this is a very lucrative little series that Rob Keister put together here. So thanks a lot for that, Rob Keister. All right, what else? I think that's pretty much it. I guess I covered everything. All right. Ken Mealy and Tim Fletcher are coming on this broadcast on Tuesday, June 25th to talk about the Class Racer Nationals. So be sure to tune in. That is 2 weeks from today. And if anybody does know of somebody dropping out of Virginia, national event next weekend, please have them contact me if possible. I would like to get into Stock Eliminator. I'm trying to get a spot in Stock Eliminator at the Virginia Nationals next weekend. So if anybody hears anything, please let me know or tell that person to contact me, and I appreciate that. All right, guys, safe travels to you too, Darian Houston. There's Fast Eddie. He's in the house. No coffee. Ginkgo. I need Ginkgo biloba. Ginkgo biloba, right? All right. Pete, what's going on? Pete, how you doing? It's from sunny Florida. All right, guys, thanks for tuning in. I appreciate it. If anybody knows who Troy Huntsberry bought that car from, I think his first name is Jeff. I think the person's first name is Jeff. All right. Can't remember the last name. All right, guys. Have a good one. Take care. Peace.